I think we're good. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Hope everybody's doing well, feeling well on this Saturday / community day / weekend / 420. Oh, it's 420. Oh, it's 420. I hope everybody's doing all right. CT, Mr. Roche, Ryan, yeah, hello. Dragoon, Solar, K Sorcerer, Sin Star, what's happening? Stone, what's going on? The High Wario, I got 4 hours of sleep and my bones are cringe. But I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope you're having a good day so far. I hope you're ready to hang out for a little bit and play some video games. It's a weird sort of morning. I'm having kind of a weird morning. I woke up super early and I just couldn't get back to sleep. And then I laid there for a little bit, and then of course I did doze off for a little while. And then got back up, and I don't know, I've just been kind of up, and I was playing a little bit of Unicorn Overlord, and I felt, I don't know, it's just like a weird morning. Like I was sitting here maybe 5 minutes before the stream, before I pressed go live, and I was like, I'm always kind of nervous going live. I mean, I've been doing this for 6.5 years, and I'm still nervous when I go live, right? I still feel like I'm gonna flub something, or something's gonna mess up, or I think I've said before, like, this will be the day that I go live and nobody shows up, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess the ride is over, right? I don't know, but today for some reason, but normally it just feels fine, and I don't know, for some reason I was sitting here and I'm just like, I had to psych myself up to go live, and not because I didn't want to, but because I don't know, some days I'm just more nervous for literally no reason whatsoever. Ronan, what's going on? Yeah, I don't know. So I felt kind of weird, and I felt like it was just sort of a weird energy, and so we'll see how the rest of the day goes. How goes it? Just finished this week's episode of Kaiju number 8. I don't know what Kaiju number 8 is. Is that, I'm assuming it's an anime. It sounds kind of fun, right? Kaiju number 8 sounds kind of, I don't know, something about that name just sounds great. Excuse me. How was everyone's week? Mine was kind of hectic but productive. I ordered a controller grip for my phone, which worked great, except that the USB-C connector is so short that unless I have no case on, it refuses to connect. So I returned it to get and am gonna order a Bluetooth one. I got 4 hours of sleep. My bones are cringe. I feel that creeping nervousness. Yeah, I don't know. It feels kind of weird. Like I feel, and you know how when you're nervous about something, you feel it in your chest. You know, like you not necessarily that your chest is like beating, like it's not like your heart's beating more, but I don't know, you just kind of feel like feel a little weird, anxious, like almost like a light anxiety, right? But not like a panic attack anxiety. Just you're kind of anxious about what you're doing, and that's kind of what it feels like. Kaiju number 8 is awesome. It's an anime. A guy gets turned into a humanoid monster and fights other kaiju. It's interesting because MC is a guy in his 30s and not the typical OP high schooler, which is always really nice. I feel hard. And you're kind of right. Like, I guess that's what you're saying, is that you're kind of hard pressed to find anime that feels like it's older characters, that it's focused on older characters. I mean, you have stuff like Way of the House Husband. Nana, I think Nana was kind of like that. Carol and Tuesday a little bit, but like the vibe is kind of like comedies. I think some of the comedies, like I'm trying to think of comedies that I watched that were older characters, and not old, just like like older than teenagers. MMO Junkie, I think, was a good one. The what's the one? I always forget the name of it. Wataoki or something. I used to get it mixed up with MMO Junkie. There's another one that's like that, but it's like the 4 people that are at their job. And then 2 of them I think are Wotakoi. Yeah, that one. I think that one, they're older, right? They are in their workplace, and I like that. I do kind of enjoy the adult character aesthetic, and I don't think you're right. There's not really a lot of it. Not that I've ever seen, and not that I've ever encountered. I mean, I think the oldest you get is probably, if you want to say that they're in their low 20s, but that's really about it. Waiting in line for a roller coaster. That's pretty cool. It's like a lingering anxiousness that won't go away. Oh wait, we become kaiju? Sign me up. Absolutely. A high schooler who voice sounds like they're in their 30s. Yeah, it's always kind of right, and that's like and then there's like the JoJo gag, where it's the big muscular dude and he's like, I'm 17 years old. Come on, man. I was talking about this with a friend, but where are the anime that are aimed at older or even elderly viewers? Yeah, like I feel like there's nothing really like that. I feel like there isn't. I mean, there is something like that, but there doesn't seem like a lot of it. Everything is younger, and I don't know. Maybe that's a cultural thing. Maybe it's just because obviously that's what they're selling to, but. To an extent, that's what they're selling to, but the anime and manga culture is different over there, so older people are very much into it. But they want to get people in on the younger. They want to get them in younger, especially for the action stuff. Like I feel like the older stuff, like I said, Nana and Carol and Tuesday, that's not action. It's got some jokes in it, but it's not really. They're not comedy anime the way you would look at something. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It is strange that there isn't a ton of that. And I wonder if there are lists out there of great characters, like great anime with adult characters.
You're right.
It's Marley UK. Thank you so much for the follow. Very much appreciate that. Been loving the manga for Kaiju number 8, so I'm happy to see the anime seems to be just as good. I finished watching the Frieren dub. It's phenomenal. I went back to watch more Frieren. I wasn't a huge fan of it. It felt like a very downer show. So I went back and I watched a couple more episodes of it. It's okay. It's better, but I don't know. There's just something about that show. Something about the show doesn't click with me very well with Frieren, and assuming I'm saying it right. And I think the problem is that I don't like Frieren. She's like the character that I don't like. I don't like her sort of dour tone on everything. I don't like, and I don't know if that's the voice actor that's doing that, or if the character is supposed to be that way, but it just, like, I feel depressed listening to her say things. And I'm just like, And then, I mean, the premise itself was kind of interesting just because she's constantly jumping around and, she's going back to it's almost like she's revisiting her history and stuff. And it feels like a lot of what's happening there is just sort of, it's almost like filler onto itself. But yeah, I think the problem that I have with the show is I don't like Frieren herself. And I'm not interested when she's on, The animated season has the premise of an elderly couple aging down. See, and then that's like, and Wario, that's kind of interesting until they hit the teenage years, and then it becomes every other anime. Oh, I wish I was waiting in line for a roller coaster. Oh, more describing the anxious. Okay, you were describing the anxious feeling. Okay, so sort of. Yeah, that's actually a good example of it, Executor, because it is a bit. See, think about if you're waiting in line for a roller coaster and you're very anxious at the fun you're about to have, but let's say you were also kind of like there was like a 5-10% part of you that said, but what if the roller coaster kills me, right? Like that's kind of how I feel when I get really anxious about streaming. That's how I feel. I know for the most part 95% is absolutely sure that I'm going to have a great time. But there's that 5%, like I said, what happens if something messes up? What happens if nobody shows up? I mean, if nobody shows up, I still stream, but it's that. It's that sort of level of, it's that balance, right? D, thank you so much for the 7 stream streak. Is she worse than Samus Arona? What's the actress? A little bit, yeah. A little bit. I think so. She's like that for the first couple episodes. See, I forget how far I got into it, but she was always like that, and that's just her personality. To be fair, Goku started as a kid and a teenager and only became an adult. And yeah, and let's be honest, adult Goku is not exactly a grown-up, right? Gohan is a more grown-up character than Goku is. I think when I say adult characters, I want something that is more relatable to me. There's also a part of me that just wants something a little bit different. If I want an anime with, what's that anime with that teenage character doing amazing things? I literally didn't narrow it down at all. But what's that character? What's that anime with the adult characters that are kind of, they're doing cool things, but they're also living their lives and they're trying to balance everything. Like, that's more relatable to me. So that's more of what I want to see. And that's the Wotakoi MMO junkie, like, to an extent. Like, that's why that stuff is more interesting to me. Even Way of the House Husband, I didn't really find that too interesting. But the premise is there. I just didn't like the execution of it. Let me see here. Isn't Goku supposed to be near 50? Yeah, but then when you watch Goku, like, does Goku look like a 50-year-old? Does he act like one? Is Goku trying? Vegeta is trying to balance his responsibilities more than Goku is. Goku never feels like he's trying to be a grown-up in the anime. Everybody else is trying to be a grown-up around him. Gohan, like I said, Gohan is more of a grown-up than Goku is. So I don't know that really works for me to say, like, oh yeah, well, Goku's an adult. No, Goku's 50, but he's not an adult by any stretch of the imagination in that show, in any one of those shows. Elderly Turn Young anime is very heartwarming. It's imagine old people able to do young things. Okay, that is kind of cool. I was in line for a gigantic roller coaster and it stopped at the top of the hill. Yeah, see, like there. Oh, well, that's just now your anxiety just turns into common sense and you don't get on. I don't know how far you watched, but the first 4 episodes of Frieren dropped the same day it basically started for this year. I watched a little bit past that. I watched the first 4 episodes, and that was where I decided I didn't really enjoy it. But then I went back. I want to say I went back like a week or 2 ago, and I watched a few more episodes, and I was like, I don't know. This just isn't. I don't like the character. It's just something about the character that I'm not really a fan of. I don't mind Goku. That Super made him kind of annoying. See, I always found Goku a little bit annoying. She gets a lot more fun when the party is there for her to bounce off. Yeah, but then you're absolutely right. But the problem is she doesn't become a more enjoyable character. It just becomes a more enjoyable experience, like you said, to see other people bounce off of her. It doesn't feel like she's not a better person when they're around. If anything, the sad reality is, as far as I'm into the show, when the other characters are around, it's because it's a flashback, and the lesson we're getting out of a lot of the flashbacks from Frieren was that she wishes she was more engaging with them. So the flashback version of her is usually her being very closed off, and then the future version of her, or I guess the present version of her, that's the version that's more, she wishes she was more open. And she wishes she had more of an engagement, and she treated them more like family. Like, it's kind of, it's an interesting dynamic. It's just not fun to watch. And maybe it would be more fun if she was better at it. It'd be like this is a weird reference. It'd be like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Remember how in the whole show he was like a curmudgeon against the Toons? And he, he didn't want to have anything to do with them. He had this history with them. And then at the end, he's very open. Like, he kisses Roger and he makes all the funny jokes and stuff. If there was a second movie and he went back to being a curmudgeon who hated Toons, do you see how you would feel? Like, wow, what happened to the character development that I'm supposed to believe was there? And I don't feel like Frieren is open the way she acts like she wants to be. So what I get is, like I said, a very dour, sort of down character. And I don't know if that's because the character is acting that way or because the voice actress is just not emoting the way I would want that character to act. It's very interesting. Super makes him seem kind of dumb. Do any of us really act like adults at times? I mean, I don't, but I know that there are a lot of people who do. I mean, when you have 30-somethings that are, they're getting married and they're having kids and they're focusing on their responsibilities. Like you, Dragoon, you say that, but how many people do you know aren't able to play D&D because they have to take care of their families? That feels like a responsible person. Like, that's the grown-up thing, is that you do that stuff. And I don't feel like we get that from someone like Goku. Right? Goku, if anything, that's the gag. Half the joke of Goku is that, oh, I got to go train and then not handle any of his grown-up adult responsibilities. Right? Look at Gohan. You go to Gohan. Gohan left the fighting scene because he had a family. because he wanted to take care of them. He wanted to get a job and like do all of these things that, it's a fantasy anime, so they're not supposed to always do that stuff. But for me, the viewer, I do like seeing a character that's a little bit more relatable. Dragon Ball's kind of a weird example, but I do, like I said, Wotakoi, MMO Junkie. I do like shows where they're grown-ups and they're handling it's not really the same vibe, but it's kind of a good example of it. Agretzko. I was really upset with the last season, I think, of Agretzko, and maybe the second to last season, probably more. But that's a good example. Like, it's a workplace environment. It's it's her trying to balance it out. She has this way of expressing how she feels. That is a lot of fun. But that's a good example of what I'd want to see out of an anime. That kind of description puts me off wanting to see it. It's not really fair, Lilac. I mean, bear in mind, my description is based on my interpretation of everything. So I would recommend that you give it a try, Freeren. But yeah, that's just kind of how I feel watching it. You might like Kaiju number 8 then. Kafka is 32-year-old dude with a job job he hates and is trying to get into the Kaiju Defense Force. Like, that's kind of interesting. It's why I liked one of the reasons I really liked Oji-san Isekai. He's Uncle from Another World. It's one of the reasons I really like that show, because the main character is an older guy who, and not just because, a lot of, like, I didn't wake up in a coma, but it's an older guy who is just trying to understand the world around him. He's trying to enjoy the things that he loves to enjoy. He feels out of place. Like, it's like the sort of reverse isekai where he was in another world and came here. So, which I guess is not really reverse isekai. It's just, but I like that. I like the fact that there's this character that is trying to understand the world around him, and he's older. She does get better, but obviously you can't really just say keep watching sort of thing. I mean, you can, but then we circle back around to the discussion of how long am I supposed to watch it before I'm supposed to enjoy it. It's so fascinating to hear you describe it like that, because I watched and feel it's the very opposite. And it's interesting to see. Like, I see the point of her trying to open up more, but I don't feel it in the performance and in her actions. I just don't feel like she's becoming the character that she thinks she wants to become. I think her character development is part of the show. I guess so. For the Robert Driver comparison, Freeman does have her racism arc. Oh, brother. He left because Chi-Chi forced him to. Who? Goku? But are those adults hardcore anime fans is more my point. Anime tends to be very, for the kid in all of us, not always, but a lot of it at its core is for that. But it's nice when it but it's for the kid at heart, because it's made for the kid at heart, and it's for the kid at heart because those are the shows that we watch. But there are shows that really aren't like that. Maybe, and even if it's for the kid at heart, maybe the point of having older characters in an anime would be that even as older people, we can still cater to the kid at heart. We don't have to be kids to do it. I would love something like a spin-off show. They don't really do spin-offs, but I would love something like a spin-off show in the My Hero Academia world where it is older heroes. And they're trying to understand where their place is in this world that seems to really cater towards younger heroes. They have schools for them. They raise them to be heroes when they're younger and they grow up. And all the adults in My Hero Academia are either barely there or they're villains. Goku does grown-up things. There was an episode where he gets his driver's license. Some of my favorite kind of episodes in anime are the ones where they're just kind of chilling. Season 4 of Agretzko was painful. Who is best girl? Feniko. Feniko is the best. Absolutely. Agretzko was an example I was going to bring up, but I didn't know if you care. Oh, I love that show. I think the show's great. I wasn't sure if I should count that show just because of the cutesy style to it. The way you're describing Freeren is making me want to watch it. That's My Hero Academia vigilantes mostly. Okay, ask and you shall receive. Where are you in My Hero? Oh, My Hero. I had finished. Hi, buddy. I had finished. I think I was into season 4. I don't remember if I finished season 4. I forget exactly where I was. Fenneco is my favorite Pokemon. Have you seen No, somebody mentioned Odd Taxi to me, and I didn't see that. Hi, buddy. Hi. Hello. I'll give you some pets, and then you move on. No, I didn't see Odd Taxi. Yeah, I would like to have something that just feels more in line with what I'd want to see. Like I said, a couple of those shows did work very well. You know, I like give me again. I think one of the easiest ways to do that is to give me a show with grown-ups in a workplace setting. I think that's the easiest way to do that. The shows that I mentioned, the 2 shows in particular, that's what they are. Is that they are in a workplace setting. Monthly Girls Nozaki. Isn't that's in a workplace, right? That's not in I don't remember if that's a high school or not. I'm pretty sure that's in a workplace. I think I like that show. I think that one was good. In the latest season, you do get more of the adults taking center stage. You follow a middle-aged taxi driver with a murder mystery happening in the background. I'm always sort of iffy on murder mystery stuff. I guess when I think of murder mystery, I think not necessarily crime noir, but I do think of that sort of environment. And yeah, I'm always sort of half and half on that. Oh, Monthly Girls Nozaki is high school, but the main guy is a mangaka. Okay, that's what it is. So that's why I was thinking that. Yeah, I felt like that one was another one where I was like, these characters, and that's probably a good compromise. If I had, even if they were high school, or you know what I feel like I don't see a lot of? College. Why do I feel like I don't see a lot of anime characters set in college? It's high school or workplace. I don't really feel like I see, like, aren't there anime with characters that go to university? I feel like I don't see a lot of that. My Senpai is Annoying has adult characters in the work. Oh, that's another one. Yeah, My Senpai is Annoying, and there's another show that I always mix that show up with. My Senpai is Annoying, and no, but I think the other one is High School. What's the one with the girl that's really quiet? I did like My Senpai is Annoying. To be fair, there's tons of manga that does exactly what but I'm not a manga person. I'm an anime person, so I need anime to do that. That's exactly what we're talking about, but they don't tend to get anime because they have a very specific audience. It really does tend to be more youth focused, and it tends to be the most well received. Yeah, and I can tell that that's what it is. A Sign of Affection from last season. That'd be a slice. Do you think My Senpai is Annoying? See, yeah, maybe that's what I'm talking about. Maybe what I'm talking about is, I guess that is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about adult-oriented, not porn, but adult setting. See, I feel like when you say adult, it automatically sounds like porn. Grown-up setting, slice of life. There you go. I feel like that's the best way I can nail it down. Grown-up setting, slice of life. What is there that is that? Could you neglect university studies for shenanigans? You can neglect university studies for shenanigans, or you can't. Tons of manga about adults in college, but they don't tend to make it to anime. Because college isn't a requirement for employment in Japan mostly. You only really go to college over there if you're going into a specific field or equivalent of an MBA or so. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I always felt like college at some point was not a requirement, but encouraged. Like it's like the way it's encouraged over here because they want you to rack up student debt. But sorry to be a downer on that one, but you can become an office worker without a college degree there. There are, but if you mention it, chat might lose a shit. I wish there was more college-age characters instead of high school. I forgot the name. It's been a few years. A Sign of Affection is a romance anime with college students with a focus on the girl who is deaf. Kakushigoto is another anime you might like. Adult characters. Basically, the main character is a gag mangaka who has to hide his identity from his daughter and pretend to be a businessman. See, that sounds kind of fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. That sounds like a cool thing. I'll have to remember that one, which I literally won't. So I literally won't remember that one. Here, let me write this down. Hang on. So what's it called? It's where do I write this down here? New notepad. Nope, stop. Oh my god. Okay. For the love of God, open up. Hold on. There we go. Oh, where did it open? Oh, brother. Hang on. All right, just close it for now. Close the window. Rename. What's it called? Kakushigoto? Okay. To be fair, we're further narrowing it down because we have plenty of adult-focused anime, but they tend to lean towards battle or aggressive. Your One Punch Man, Goblin, yeah, and that's the thing. I am trying. I guess, like I said, slice of life probably more. Cause yeah, you're right. Goblin Slayer, One Punch Man. Like One Punch Man, I thought was fun. I thought was a lot of fun. Obviously, One Punch Man doesn't focus on the fact that they're adults, but like that's what gets me about One Punch Man. Like if One Punch Man was in high school, I would think, all right, this feels like a lot of the other anime. But the fact that he gets upset because he has to fight these bad guys and he misses the Saturday sale at the supermarket, that to me is hilarious. I find that so funny because I remember when I watched that episode and at the end of the fight, I thought, oh, he missed the sale at the supermarket, and then he got pissed off about it. And that made me laugh. Like, that is the sort of thing, like, it's so simple, but that's the kind of thing that I would like to see. Kakushi Goto is also done by the guy who did Zetsubo Sensei. Happy 420. To my above, if you're asking for more adult focused anime, we have tons of examples. Yeah, it just narrows down. So slice of life. Let's say slice of life. I think that's probably the best thing I would like to see. You know, and it can be a little bit of a wacky slice of life. There's nothing wrong with that. One of the reasons I love Devil is a Part-Timer is that he's supposed to technically be an older character. Like he didn't show up in the world and go to high school. He showed up in the world and got a job. The hero Amelia showed up and got a job. You know, that's more interesting to me. Not that it's more interesting, it's just it's different from what you would typically see. You know, oh, the characters show up, right? It's a demon in high school. Demon King in high school. Give me 5 anime that are a Demon King in high school. Now give me one where he's at a job where he works at McDonald's. Apothecary Diaries. I've seen that name before, but I don't know what it's about. Where the main character gets kidnapped and has to navigate the world of Chinese imperial court. That's interesting. 617, when most of the other characters are 20s or 30s or older. Missing a sale as an adult does cause pain. Like, that's so funny. I was like, yeah, I relate to obligations making you miss it. Like, that's interesting to me. I find that to be just out of the norm when it comes to anime. Megalobox is another adult-centered anime. Plus, it has a 90s anime. Ooh, Megalobox. Wait, I might have to watch that with a 90s aesthetic. Solar. Does it have that 90s glow from everything with lights on it? I love that 90s glow. The issue comes with the more wacky they tend to be, the harder it is to relate to the adult characters. It's shockingly thin line. Again, they've done polling on this in Japan, and it tends to be a big issue. And like I said, it can have some wackiness, but I don't need it to be dramatically over. I don't need it to overshadow the fact that it's adults trying to cope with these things. We're talking anime, City Hunter, and City Hunter. City Hunter that is a classic. I mean, you can't really go wrong with City Hunter. Anime about paying taxes and writing articles while taking care of a dragon that's right. Like, I don't know, doesn't that sound more unique than a high schooler has to deal with an invasion of monsters while, you know what I mean, while also managing a love triangle between 2 female characters. Right? I feel like I just described 70 shows when I did that. Tiger and Bunny, Tiger and Bunny. Hey, Shadow. Thank you so much, Shadow. In the hunt with a tier 1 subscribe for 22 months. The time has come. It's over. In Dragon Maid, Dragon Maid, I thought was good. I very much liked Dragon Maid. I was surprised at how much I liked Dragon Maid. Just because Dragon Maid had this stigma, there was a lot of stigma around the behavior of the characters, right? The people would lewd Kana and what's her name? With the big boobs, like everybody kind of made fun. But I watched the show and I found the show extremely heartwarming. I thought the show was actually much, much better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be fun. I didn't think it was going to be that enjoyable. That's the wrong word for it, but yeah, love triangles have to go. I'm tired of them. Nephilim, what's going on? Yeah, what the heck was her name? The one with the big boobs. Dragon Maid manga is a lot lewder than the anime. Yeah, so and I guess that's the thing, Ryan, is that I watched the animes and the anime wasn't really as much. Yeah, but I would probably count that as slice of life, right? They were trying to just go through their lives. That's a wacky slice of life. Dragon Maid really sneaks up on you when people aren't telling you you're bad for you're bad for watching it. All is well. But if we're talking about serious manga right now, Shonen Jump be canceling manga or holding off on giving an anime a manga. Undead Unluck took forever to get an anime. Waiting on Sakamoto Days to finally get one. And don't get me started on Shonen Jump canceling Mamayu before they even face the final villain. Also, highly recommend Tiger and Bunny if you want a much more adult focus. My Hero Academia. Yeah, okay. I was gonna talk about Tiger and Bunny. Yeah, somebody mentioned Apothecary Diaries. Tiger and Bunny. That's the one where they're like superheroes. They're like costumed heroes, but there's an advertising campaign behind them or something where they're not just trying to be heroes. They're trying to be famous heroes. Was that Tiger and yeah, they're sponsored superheroes. Okay, I watched a few episodes of that and I thought it was funny, but I didn't like something about it didn't grab me. And I don't know what it is. And I would be willing to go back and try it again, but there was something about it that didn't make me say I have to watch more of these. I felt, what I felt the same way about I liked this show, and I think that people liked this show, but I don't really hear anybody talk about it anymore. Love After World Domination. I got a kick out of that show. I like the superhero, the aesthetic, the Power Rangers versus the monsters and stuff. But then in the middle of all of it, the real focus is sort of like the relationships going on. And not just the romantic relationships, because you had obviously the main romance, but then it's the friendships of them trying to hide it from each other. It's the villains. The villains got to be these sort of goofy characters. Like there was a lot going on in that show that I very much enjoyed, but I never went back to finish it. I never finished the whole series. Brothers, tell me about. I have heard a lot. See, Wario, you say it's mid. I hear people saying that they really like it. I hear people saying that they really enjoy Solo Leveling, Dungeon Meshi, Delicious in Dungeon. I keep hearing about that show, and there's another one. There's one more show that I had heard a lot. Like it felt like a lot of people were watching it. It wasn't Solo Leveling. Well, I already mentioned Solo Leveling, but there was another show that people were like, "This is awesome," and it felt like everybody was watching it, and it's recent. So instead of gaming, no, we're gonna play more. We're gonna play either Mario Kart or Smash Brothers. No, not Free Run. We were already talking about Free Run. Dungeon Meshi is fine. I don't love it. I don't hate it. Tiger and Bunny is publicly credited for allowing shows like My Hero and others to be greenlit because before that, the hero genre had fallen off in Japan, and Tiger and Bunny was so well received, it recharged the genre. Love After World Domination honestly took its concept from Karinger, which is Super Sentai. Because in Karinger, one of the female villains had a crush on a romance with the Red Rain. Oh, okay. So it's like an adaptation of that version of it. I got through most of Solo Leveling. The only thing that sticks out about it is the action, but it's just like every power fantasy anime. So it's the new Demon Slayer. Demon. I've talked up Demon Slayer. I like Demon Slayer a lot. I admit the Demon Slayer is what it is, but Car Ranger. Okay, I said Karinger. It's Solo Leveling and damn it, I don't remember the other one though. There was another show that it felt like a lot of people were watching, and I can't remember what it was. It might have been. To be honest, it might have been that I was hearing some people say Dungeon Meshi, and I was hearing some people say Delicious and Dungeon, and I probably thought they were two separate shows, and they are not. I think that's the same show. It's just a different name for it. So that's what it is. I could have sworn there was another show. It wasn't. I know I started getting clips for Assassination Classroom, and I've heard decent things about that. That's not really, that doesn't really fit the discussion, but I'm just trying to figure out the show in general. Same name. Yeah, it's the same name for the same show. That always kind of, that's always a sort of weird kind of thing where now you have so much contact with the Japan anime market that some people know it by both names. 'Tis Time for Torture Princess was a really fun anime last season. It's gonna drive me crazy that I can't remember. It wasn't Assassination. It was there another anime recently that had Classroom or something in the title? And it's gonna drive me crazy that I don't remember what this other show was. But yeah, the point of that was just I'd like to have something with more grown-up characters doing stuff. I feel, in addition to being grown-ups, taking them out of the fantasies. Like, again, it's not really just about older characters, because if I want to watch older characters, I can watch any of the record shows, right? Record of Lodoss War from old school, Record of Ragnarok, which Classroom of the Elite. Thank you. That was the other one. That's why I kept thinking of Assassination Classroom. Classroom of the Elite. That was the other one that I heard a lot of people talking about. But again, that doesn't really fit the discussion. But yeah, if I wanted to go back and watch Record of Ragnarok, obviously those are all grown-up characters. But it's not really what I'm looking for. I'm definitely looking for something that feels a bit more slice of life. Maybe with a goofy premise attached to it, but grown-up characters, adult characters that are trying to, anime characters, half the time anime characters get into the situation that they're in when they're in high school because of the high school clubs that they're in. Think about that. So think about any show that is related to them being in high school clubs. The second you remove them from the high school setting, you remove them from the entire situation that put them in that setting. So what are some anime where the involvement of what they're doing is related to the fact that they are getting their job? Spice and Wolf, I heard, was decent. Seventh Time Loop might be a good choice. I've never heard of that one. Spice and Wolf, is that the one that I'm thinking of? Hold on. Did I watch this? Did I watch an episode of this? No, I don't think I watched this. I've heard of it, but I never watched anything for it. What's the other one? What's the one where they're detectives? It's like a Sherlock Holmes kind of thing. I was like, that's okay. Spice and Wolf is great. Beastars. The last season of, was there a season? The last season I saw of Beastars, they were still in high school. That was where they were looking for the killer, and they were trying to figure out. But that was still in high school. Is there a season of Beastars after that? Seventh Time Loop came out recently. I really enjoyed it. Ton of Detective Sherlock Holmes. There was one that came out. And you know what? I can't really say. I can't really specify because I checked it out, but I don't know if it was new or not. Sad thing is that more grown up slice of life tends to be made into live action in Japan, not anime. They tend to skip anime, so that's important. Yeah, that's the thing that I never really watched Japanese live action stuff. There's a final season coming out for Beastars soon. Okay, yeah, Beastars I enjoyed. I feel like Beastars was one that at the beginning How was the reception for Beastars? Because I feel like when that first came out, I gave it a try and thought it was pretty decent. And I felt like a lot of people were saying, like they didn't really like it. I felt that about BNA. And I enjoyed BNA. And I was sad that BNA never really got anything beyond the first season. I think they mentioned the second season, but I enjoyed BNA. I thought it was fun. They're growing up, at least out of high school. One of them is in college. The main character gets a job, apartment, and tries to live his life outside of school. Okay, so there is some aspect to that. Because everything you're asking, they do have, is a live action adaptation, which, kind of, caveat tends to be being live action. They're more true to the adult tone. Yeah, see, that's why I like anime. I like the anime aesthetic. Dragoon, I really don't know the last time I watched a live action show. I don't know the last time I really dedicated myself to a live action show. Have you watched Vinland Saga? No, I haven't watched Vinland Saga. There was one that was like Victorian age, and I think everybody liked it, and I wasn't vibing with it the first couple of episodes. Did she play the violin in that show? The one that I'm trying to think of? It felt very Victorian age. Not Emma. Damn it. I'm saying Victorian. I just know it was historical. I don't know if Victorian is specifically the right age. But I think she played the violin in that show. And damn it. Drives me crazy. Because I know it's on the tip of my... I can picture it, right? I can picture the title screen. I like the shows are starting to go more animated. I like the animation is starting to open up more. I do like that. My problem with animation starting to open up more in the U.S. is it's doing something. Violet Evergarden, thank you, Violet Evergarden. My problem with it is it's doing the animation thing that people do here. They've done it before. Back in the day, if it was animated, it was for kids. You had some exceptions. You had The Simpsons. The Simpsons was able to survive. Family Guy was able to survive, but that took a while. Like The Simpsons was around for a very long time. You had the rise and fall of a lot of shows that were animated and were not made for kids. Most of the time, they were still comedies. I like this expansion of animation in the Western market, specifically on streaming services. My problem is now they're doing the thing where it's mostly action stuff. Where you're getting, look at all these Netflix anime shows, Castlevania and a lot of anime that are very, very action or they have the anime aesthetic. And I would like for animation to start dipping into something that's a bit more drama. I like that stuff. But you're right. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe the problem is that animation combined with drama is not. It's not something that people are really looking for. Senko-san, a tired adult worker gets pampered by a fox spirit. I mean, that sounds great. Most Western animated adult shows are very cheaply produced, which is the problem. It's rare we get something like Castlevania where there's real effort in the animation. Most of the time, it's just ugly as sin characters standing around talking without doing much moving. Yeah, and that's not even... You can get away with that if you're doing something interesting, if you're talking about something interesting. But the real... I mean, you have stuff like Big Mouth, which is terrible, but you had, I don't know, you had stuff like they were a bit more extreme in their humor, but you had stuff like Regular Show, you had stuff like Close Enough. I think Close Enough was a good example where, sure, it's not the most dynamic animation ever, but the premise was really good. I think that the interactions were Close Enough. I never got around to watching Close Enough. I've seen a bunch of stuff for it, like clips and everything, but I think Close Enough is probably a good example of what I'd like to see, where it's silly, and they get into goofy situations, but the premise is like, the setting is they are grown-ups. They're trying to be grown-ups, and they're trying to understand how to be a grown-up and failing, right? I feel like that's kind of it's silly and relatable all at the same time. Yeah, and that's my other problem with adult animation. It's like, well, we have to be raunchy, we have to be violent, we have to do this or that, and it's like, can't we just have I guess I mean, in a Western market, even in a live action setting, do we really have a lot of slice of life here? What would even be a Western market slice of life? Not even animation, just a show. What counts as a, right? I feel like all Western shows, they have to have some dramatic thing happening. It's got to be a crime drama, or it's got to be yeah. Oh, there you go. Friends. Yeah, I guess that does. Yeah, I guess I just don't really think of them as slice of life. Yeah, Friends, Sheldon's. What is it? It's not called the Sheldons. Young Sheldon. I'm describing a sitcom. Yeah, I guess I kind of am. Maybe that's the problem, is that I don't watch Western shows. I hate everyone on Friends. They're all jerk asses. I don't know. I don't think that they're all like that. Seinfeld is the show that I feel that way. I feel like Seinfeld, they're all terrible people. So, yeah, I guess I am. You're kind of right. I guess I am describing sitcoms where it's just they're getting into wacky situations, but they're living their lives. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe it's the problem is that I don't watch Western. I don't watch a lot of any live action shows anymore. So maybe the problem is that what I'm looking for is, and kind of like the Japan setting, like Dragon said, what I'm looking for is in live action. It's not in animation. So I guess what I want is it in animation. Friends tries to get you to care, and I'm like, you're all terrible. See, I don't know. I didn't think that they were all terrible. I think that they all had some kind of character flaw, and I think that's sort of the point. The problem, Ryan, is if you don't give them a single character flaw, they come off like Mary Sue characters, and they're super perfect, and nothing's ever wrong with them, right? I do think that you can overdo it. I do think that the fact that they have character flaws, they don't have to be extreme character flaws. And I think maybe that I would wonder if that's where that's coming from, where they all seem like terrible people. It's because we've all got character flaws, but they come across like they're horrible. Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory is one that does that. And I like Big Bang Theory. I know that everybody kind of hates on that show, but I thought that it was fine in the first like 2/3 of the show. And then by the end, I wasn't really a big fan of it, but it had funny moments, but that was it. But you have these characters that are supposed to be nerds and geeks, so that's fine. But you had to make them the most extreme versions of all of those things. You had to make the one guy the absolute womanizer wannabe, who is just absolute cringe. You had to make the one guy so afraid of women that he literally can't speak to them unless he starts to become an alcoholic, right? That was the gag with Raj. I don't even have to get started on what Sheldon is. Like everything that's entirely wrong with Sheldon as a character. And then like Leonard, I feel like Leonard is the one that's probably the closest to a normal person. So they had to bog him down with the usual stuff from being a geek, where he can't talk to the girl, and I felt like all of that was so that you connected with Leonard more than anything. But yeah, it does become a situation where you gave them character flaws, fantastic, but you had to go to an extreme in order to do it, and it didn't feel like it was completely necessary. He's like the cloud of the group. Zenitsu from Demon Slayer. I mean, yeah, Zenitsu from Demon Slayer is one of the characters I hate the most. Ross is the worst. There's a lot of non-jokes in Big Bang Theory, but I watched the first. I love the first. I would say like the first 8 seasons. I think it had 12 seasons, and I thought that they were great. I thought that there were a lot of jokes, but then the dynamic of the show kind of changed, and it was like, it's okay. I didn't feel like they did enough with some of the characters. I felt like they should have added at least one more character, and I was kind of bummed out. Like they had a character that was a great. She was in for one episode, and she was a female geek. And she was a great character, and I would have liked if they added her permanently to the show. But because of the way they introduced her, it would have been difficult to do that, and they just never did. Big Bang Theory is a show. Stupid people think smart people. Yeah, that's the biggest issue, Atomic, is that Big Bang Theory is what people who thought they were better than geeks thought geeks were. That was the big. It was very geeks by committee, and that kind of hurt the perception of the show, especially for people who actually were geeks. I think that's the segment of people that really hated that show the most, is actual geeks who looked at that and said, "Wow, this kind of comes across as insulting for a lot of people." Even though there are people that kind of fall under that category with some of them, right? Like. Social awkwardness and difficulty interacting with people is not exactly something that the geek community doesn't know about. It's just not common for it to be to that extreme. But that's also kind of the point of some of those shows, is that they are supposed to be extreme versions. Big Bang Theory made me align more with the jocks who shoved the nerds in the locker. There's Wario, there's a great scene in the show where two of them decide that they're going to settle things. Big Bang Theory with basketball. Two people in a group that are not athletic in the slightest decide they're going to try and settle things with basketball, and there's a great moment where they're just being terrible. Right? It flashes back and forth of them being terrible at it, and Leonard leans over, and I forget who I think he's talking to Penny, and he leans over and he says something along the lines of, you know how we were in school and people would make fun of us? I get it. And it's such a great moment, because it's like, yeah, this is those people are the people that made the show. They're the ones that wrote the characters and said, yeah, that's who I want them to be. Yeah, I love that episode. I forget it's Howard, and I forget if it's Stewart, but no, it's is it Howard and Barry Kripke. That's so funny, but that's a funny gag where it's just like, they used to put us in lockers and stuff. I get it. If you watch Parks and Rec, Leonard was the Ann of the group. Plus, it doesn't help if you give them more those flaws and don't improve. Yeah, like they never really improved on them. Like Raj in Big Bang, they fixed the whole thing where he can't talk to women. They had it so that randomly one day he just could, and I guess the idea was that he became more comfortable. But then the funny thing is, after they changed that aspect of him, they added an aspect where he was kind of a jerk. He dated a couple of different girls, and it was kind of weird. Like they took away a flaw, but it didn't feel like development because they gave him another flaw, and like they had to break him again, and it was kind of strange. I will say it's sad because I love a good anime drama, but evidence kind of shows it tends not to be well received. Thus, the live-action adaptations, which tend to perform well. Big Bang Theory is funny until it's not, and then it's a lot less charming. The laugh track played so much. Sheldon, we're going to go to the comic book store. New Flash Batman is out. Hey, Emmy. Get him an Emmy. I find that they laugh at them for being that way. Yeah, and I think that that's probably the most insulting aspect of that show, is that people were laughing at them for being geeks, and that shouldn't have been the joke. It should have been geeks in a geeky situation. Like, I still say that I still say that the funniest episode of that show for me was it was in season 5, and the new Star Wars MMO was coming out, so they wanted to spend all weekend playing it, but they had to manage like one of them, their girlfriend wanted to play with them, even though she wasn't a gamer. Sheldon was supposed to go to some event, like some party with Amy, and he didn't want to go, so he was kind of crappy about it. Leonard and Penny, she was fine with it. Like there was actually that's also one of my favorite interactions with them. He tells her that, hey, I want to play the game with the guys all weekend, and she's like, yeah, okay. And like she was cool with it. And he says like, I kind of thought there'd be a little more pushback and you'd feel bummed out. So she says, we'll try again. And then she kind of acts like she's upset, but she has to let him do his thing. Like, it's such a great relationship interaction between the two characters. And I loved it. And it was a nice sort of version of the dynamic of, oh, he's a geek and he wants to do geeky things and he has to, work that into his life. And that was a great episode for that. It was interesting to see them. It's probably one of the last episodes I remember that was really about them trying to be geeks in the world. And then everything else was just something different. I think we all know that guy who was too shy to talk, but once they do start, you go, you're one of those guys. I don't want to talk to you. That didn't need to be his new trait. Hey, Trios. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame that they kind of did that with that show, and it had some really great character moments, but by the end it was just not interesting. But yeah, I don't know. That's something that going back to the original point before we get started here with the game. Just going back to the original point. That's what I like. You're right. It is kind of like American sitcoms and live action shows in general, but I don't want to like American shows, like live action shows. I'm saying American shows, live action shows. I don't know. There's something. As I've gotten older, live action, there isn't enough of a disconnect for me. I like the disconnect that animation gives me. It's kind of strange. I blame anime for that one. All right. So, buddy, hi, buddy. You are not getting treats right now. No, you're not getting treats right now. Okay, fine. When watching Invincible and The Boys, yeah, like I find Invincible more interesting than The Boys. I watched the first season of The Boys. I never watched the rest of it, but I had access to the show when the second season was out, and I never got around to I never bothered to watch it. And then I think they're past the third season now. We live in a current state where realism is taking center stage. People don't want to sets and laugh tracks. They want relatable content. I want relatable content in an unrelatable setting, in an unrelatable aesthetic. I don't want it to be live people doing real things. I want it to be animation. I think that's what I like the most about animation. I want the exaggerated world and the disconnect from reality that it brings. I don't necessarily need the most out there experience ever, but I do like when the world is kind of warped and the reactions are a bit extreme. I do enjoy that to an extent, but within that, I want there to be something a bit more relatable. So that's why I think slice of life animation is a great thing. I don't like live action rom-coms at all. I can laugh at some of them. I think that for the most part, sometimes they're okay. There are funny. I'm not gonna act like there's not ones that I haven't enjoyed out there. But I don't actively watch a rom-com. I won't actively go and watch the latest. I don't even know who the rom-com celebrities are nowadays. Right. I was gonna say. I just don't remember anybody anymore. But anime. Yeah, absolutely. Anime, you throw a rom-com my way in an anime, I'm down. I'm all about it. Yeah, I want to watch it. I want to know what's up. I want to see the characters because the characters are always fun. They're always exaggerated versions of themselves while at the same time feeling relatable. The world itself is extreme. I enjoy that. I enjoy that. It gives me everything that I want all at the same time. You can have your BoJack Horseman in your actual Full House kind of show. I have no interest in Invincible. I don't tend to like violent shows, even if they are more than that, which is what makes Overlord such a strange thing. Yeah, Overlord I found to be an odd exception. Invincible I enjoyed. I think that there was something a bit more interesting going on with Invincible. But I also haven't had the urge to in any way whatsoever watch the second season. I haven't looked up clips. I haven't looked up anything about it. So there's no urge for me to follow up on it. Anime, we went backwards. At least went from pure shonen to raw. I mean, some of my favorite anime. Berserk is a favorite anime of mine, but Toradora is a favorite anime of mine. I think I've said that my favorite anime that I can think of is probably Devil is a Part-Timer. And that's a sort of wild premise / slice of life all at the same time. At the same time that you're worrying about what's going on in what the heck was the kingdom? I was gonna say the Riestes, but that's Overlord. At the same time that you're worried about what's going on there, you also have to he's worried about his job, and I love that. I think that that's a lot of fun. Toradora is really good. I would recommend. I'd highly recommend Toradora. I very, very much enjoyed that show. All right, so let's get into a game here. Here's my question: 4-player Smash Bros. Or Mario Kart Battle. I feel like those are two things. I don't remember. I think the last time we did Smash Bros. It was 4-player, or it was 1v1. So I feel like we haven't done 4-player in a little bit. We've definitely haven't done the battle stuff in Mario Kart for a little while. So I thought I would ask if you wanted to do something like that. Dragon Maid is still a shocking kind of show for me to enjoy, and the Latin American dub for Komi. Komi-san, yeah, I like Komi. Komi Can't Communicate. I did enjoy that. Great J-sama is like that. Demon Lord who loses his powers in the real world and has to get a part-time job and pay rent to her landlord. Like, that's a lot of fun. As dumb as that premise sounds, and as boring as it probably sounds to people, it usually ends up to be kind of wacky but relatable, and I get a kick out of that. Let's see here. Oh, I have to grab there goes Mario Kart there, and then I have to grab Smash Bros. Did we play Smash Bros last time? I know we talked about Smash Bros. Maybe Smash is the way to go here. I have all these demos on my front page. They're kind of throwing me off as to what we had most recently played. Where's Smash? Last week we played Mario Kart, then Helldivers. Before that was Smash. Okay, so maybe we'll play Smash today. So let me grab it. Okay. Hi, buddy. See, this is what I'm talking about with him. He's. I don't think that this means he's unhealthy. He meows all the time. What? What did I do here? Oh, wait. Okay. Buddy, what did I do here that made you think that you were going to get food right now? Because that's all he wants, right? That's all he wants is like, oh my God, you moved. You must be getting food. Testament in Strive. Oh, I picked up Testament in Strive. Okay. He's in his yells at Cloud phase. I know. You showed him he could break you. Now all he wants is now he wants all the treats. See, the problem is in any other time that I sit here, he thinks, oh, I'm gonna be able to see meow at him and get treats, but he can't. Because if I'm sitting here, I'm probably doing something like playing Helldivers, so I've got my headphones on, I can't hear him, and he tries for a little while, and then he just goes to sleep. And I'm guessing we don't have enough. I can't imagine we have enough people. Well, we probably do have enough people that want to play Helldivers, but we did that last week, so. Hang on 1 second here. By the way, you tried the emulator for the iOS. I haven't really talked about that because I don't know too much about how exactly it works. That is a good question, though. I wonder if anybody has given it a shot. Okay, do this. Damn, I was about to ask you another question, too. Oh, I knew I was going to ask you. What? Oh, I never downloaded all of the stuff. I never re-downloaded everything for Smash Bros. Has there been a lot of stuff this weekend? Right, we had the indie world that dropped a bunch of demos. The World of Warcraft has a like a test going on right now. I guess it's a beta test for the next segment, for the next expansion. XDefiant was a shooter that it's coming out from Ubisoft, and it was out for a little while, like not out, but they had like demos and stuff. They're doing a beta test this weekend. I think Zenless Zone Zero, I think, is doing a beta test this weekend. Like, it just feels like there's a few things that opened up, and it was like it happened all at once. Yeah, when we raided Zepla the other day because Zepla was playing the new Warcraft beta test, and I think Zenless Zone Zero is doing a test this weekend. I think XDefiant is doing a beta test this weekend. Obviously, you had the thing with like I said, the Indie World. That's not really the same thing. The Indie World demos. I think it's early access for No Rest for the Wicked too. I've been seeing people playing that. Says I couldn't be there for that. Actual A+ for me on Indie World standards. Dude, all the demos drop. I think that's the way to go. Yeah, we watched the Indie World event, but I didn't really give it a letter grade or anything. Honestly, AGM, I'd probably say for me a B+, but for the same exact reason that you said, which is I like that a lot of demos dropped. I like that it felt more interactive. It felt more like an interactive experience where let me watch this and then I can go. Because I saw a couple people doing that. Oh, I did give it a B. Yeah, I'd probably say a B+ just for that. I did because I saw a few people doing that. I saw a few people saying, hey, watch the Indie World. And then they had a stream or they had a video where they said, let's check out all of these demos. And that was more interactive. It became more of it was almost like an event. Like if I thought that was going to happen for remember before the Indie World, I was like, I'm never really big on it. There's never really anything that I really, really want to see. If I thought that every time there was an Indie World, they were going to drop a bunch of demos, I would make it every time. Like, all right, Indie World. All right, here's the plan. We're going to watch Indie World. We're going to download the demos and we're going to play them. Like it would be an event. And I think that'd be kind of cool. Oh, Wario, that's the other one. Hades 2. Doesn't Hades 2 have a demo this weekend? That's the other one, yeah. Yeah. A lot of the games shown not in my interest, but the fact that a lot of them had demos, that's a good thing. That's what I wanted for them to start doing for in June, right? Since we don't have E3 anymore, I would like the idea of that becoming the major showcase for the year with demos and playable experiences and shadow drops. I think shadow dropping a bunch of games in that range would be fantastic. You have to sign up for the Hades 2 demo, and they'll email you if you get access or not. Okay, so maybe that's what I had missed out on that. Yeah, it just felt like there were a bunch of things this weekend. Anything new? Wait, are none of these new? Wow. Kind of wish there was a button that you could just reset them all, but you only get to hit the button once a day or something. None of these are new, right? Interesting. Honor for Hades 2 is showing the hypocrisy again. People are praising Aphrodite design as much needed body positivity, and it has the same body curves as Eve. I saw something about that. I'm like, brother, here we go. I feel like this is, again, Lilac, I refer to you back to the stream from a while ago where it's just, I'm just exhausted from all of every time you turn around, there's some kind of controversy. Create Arena. We did 4-player Smash last time. Yeah, we'll keep it up. We'll do it again. I'm in the mood for 4-player. Random Battlefield, oh my god. Random Battlefield, random choice, random. There you go. I think we're good, right? Oh no, wait. Rule set. It's not even controversy. It's basically a post to tell gamers to shut up because they will be critical. FS meter. What did we do before? We did low items, FS meter off. Let's do no items, FS meter on. Random stage selection. Oh, we can turn off stages. Yeah, we have all the bad ones turned off. Advance. Put that back down to 1. Score display off. I love when there's no score display. Actually, I love when there's no damage display. I'm gonna be annoying. Stage hazards. I'm turning stage hazards off. I'm sorry. And there we go. We're good. Public. Okay. How's the volume on the game? Do I need to turn that up? And let's go with Inkling. Smash. Assuming we have enough people. I don't know. Not a lot of people are jumping in. Is this acceptable? You might get banned for playing this way. Do we have anybody that wants to play? Wait, on my way. Okay. Wait a minute. I was gonna say we might shut it down and have to go to something else. H05G4. H. Is that 0? Is that a 0 or an O? 05G4. I don't know why I put an exclamation mark there. I was playing Pokemon Emerald Rogue on my iOS as I watch. When I have 6 months experience with traditional fighters would affect me in Smash. I mean, there is that's one that I feel like, I think we did it once before, and I felt like nobody was really vibing with it, but I liked the King of Fighters stage with the stamina mode. I thought that was a ton of fun. What's this? I would love to get my butt kicked, but I need to buy a new Smash, bro. What happened? You lost your cartridge? Yeah, looks like we just don't have a lot of people today. I mean, that's fine. We'll find something else to do. Or I'll just play something else. I'll just play Unicorn Overlord. And we'll just, we'll admire all the character designs in Unicorn Overlord for a little while. I'm enjoying it, man. I think I unlocked like 80% of the map. I still have one more. I'm trying to finish the third area right now, the third land, and I've been to where the last land is, but it's too powerful for me. So I just have to finish the last land, and then I can go on to what I'm assuming is just the final sort of map and battle. 3 people, enough to hell dive then. I was thinking about getting a leverless controller, but money. Yeah, we just don't have anybody. All right. Here, well, we'll fight together. Arwing said they were coming in. Arwing's booting up now. Here, we'll fight. We'll fight like this. Just 3. I normally don't like 3, but, you know, I'd rather do this than nothing. And let me know if the volume's okay. I'm still kind of tinkering with what the volume is like. Bop. Oh, look at this. Wait, let me just get out of their way. They've got some beef to settle with each other. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. What? I just don't have fun in Smash. Well, I mean, that's fine. If you don't have fun, you don't have fun. Ow. No, no. Whoa. Ow, ow. Nah. Whoa. Ah, come on. No! Oh, come on, man. No way. What? Oh, my God. Oh, I'm getting... Oh, no way. I would play, but excuse not to play. Ow. Oh, come on. No way that kills me. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. I'm trying to help you here. No! Alright, guys. Gang up on Greg. No point in ganging up on the worst player. Okay. Stop. Why are you doing that? Oh my God, I'm so annoyed. Oh, Solar, you're pissing me off. Oh my God, I hate this game. I couldn't react fast enough. Oh, I'm so tilted. This Smash was a bad idea. Oh, so annoyed. Couldn't just hold still. Everybody be on the same side while I do my finisher. Oh, brother. Yeah, Smash was a mistake. Oh, I didn't have to lose that badly. I mean, it's Inkling, so. Bop, bop. Yeah, I don't know. So what do we want to do? I don't want to do this all day with the same 3 people because I first of all, I can't imagine everybody's going to be here the whole time. Yeah, do we want to switch to Mario Kart or don't apologize. It is what it is. But do we want to switch to Mario Kart or I mean, do you want to call it and you guys just go have fun? I'm playing Pikmin 4, going for 100%. Yeah, what are you doing? What is everybody doing this weekend? Ow. The fact that hit me is insane. What's the ramp up time on that hit? Whoa. Probably Strive and Yu-Gi-Oh. Farming crystals in 14. You know what's crazy? I thought about either re-upping 14 or I actually thought about downloading WoW. I don't know, man. I still have the same issues with MMOs right now, which is just I feel like I don't have a lot of time to play them because just because there's so much other stuff. Whoa. Oh. Oh my God. All right, we're not even gonna play. Oh, good. I hit solar. That's exactly what I was going for. That's what you get. Causing me trouble. How dare you try and play the game and win? Oh, no. No. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Whoa, where am I? Okay. Whoa! Oh, that felt like it was trying to be personal. Ow. Whoa. Huh. Whoa, where am I? I think I'm up there. Oh, get up! Oh, no. Oh, get it. Just finished Starfield this morning. Hey, I won. How the hell did I win? Going to fight what is currently the hardest boss in all of DFO, and I mean hard, I mean Dark Souls level of hard. Right, I'm playing System Shock and going to be streaming Metal Gear later today. The first Metal Gear, I remember you saying that you were gonna either go through them all or you were just starting at the beginning. Which version is it? The MSX version? The MSX version. Okay. I hope you think of me, Trios. I hope you think of me every time you hear that song in the building music. Whoa. Whoa. Probably try some more of the super bosses in Kingdom Hearts 2 before the NBA game start. Oh, you said NBA game, and I thought you meant the Nintendo, the game trials thing. They put NBA 2K24. Is that the one that they put up there? I don't think they've ever done a sports game like that. I don't think they've ever been like a Madden or something where they made that the free game for the week. The game trials version. It's what is it? What is it? It's like 46 gigs. I think somebody said. Whoa. Ow. Yeah, it's such a what a weird. Oh my God! Did you just get everybody with that? I'm pretty sure everybody got hit with that. Ow! Ow! No way! I did. Oh, they did FT24. That's right. You're absolutely right. Like, I think that would be kind of wild if all of a sudden they said, "Hey, free game trial this week, Madden." Woo! Oh! Oh, he survived that. That was kind of funny. Oh my God. Figured it'd be something like, yeah, I would think more like NBA Jam. Oh, they did MLB The Show? Oh wow, did they do that? Did they do the show? I didn't remember that. Whoa. Whoa. Ow. No, don't hit me. Do they even make NBA Jam anymore? Like, there hasn't been a new NBA Jam. Is there another series that has sort of taken over the NBA Jam gameplay? Right? Spiritual successor? Whoa. By the way, NBA Jam is a 46 Game Boy. What? 46 gig? Wait, NBA Jam? Yeah, nobody makes an NBA Jam anymore, right? Oh, no! Oh, I tried to come down and do something. I was like NBA Street. I thought Street was a lot of fun. I thought they were kind of good. I was, for that kind of game, I liked NHL Hits. I thought that was a ton of fun. EA still owns the rights to NBA Jam and NFL Blitz. Yeah, like they don't do those anymore. That's a shame. Yeah, I don't like those auto-scroller stages. I feel like I should turn that one off. I just think that it's better than some of the, because the ones I have a bunch of stages turned off. So like, what is it? DK 75 meters, Great Cave Offensive, like the real giant ones I have turned off. I should probably turn that one off too. What? No way you survived that. Woo! Ow, 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 ow. Okay, all right. Oh, get up. Whoa. Oh no! Got it! Whoa. Ah, no! No! I never learned to read. Cyber Arcade, when it releases, there hasn't been anything new. Yeah, like I just wasn't sure if maybe somebody took over. You know, oh, they don't make those anymore, but they make this, and it's the same exact thing. NBA 2K24. Yeah. Yeah, we were saying it earlier, just that it's such a weird, like, such a large file. Essential this weekend, 36 gig SD and 8 gigs internal store. Okay, that's how it works. Oh, no! Oh! Oh, no way! Oh, no! Yes! Oh, I think I'm winning this one. Wait a minute. I'm doing okay. Getting better. Getting better. Oh. This helps that this stage has a big drop off on the side of it. Oh, can't believe we caught him with that. They're lying on those games like a dragon on a sword. Oh! Oh! What? Wonder Wing is the stupidest move ever. Oh, no way. Wonder Wing sucks. Bottom line. Wow, a new SSX. I mean, SSX is that's a good game. It's tricky, you know? Fair and balanced. I think not. Oh, no, not ready. Not ready. Not ready. R-Wing is popping back in. Yeah, now I don't know what else to play. Oh, didn't have to do that. To be fair, Wonder Wing is even more OP. Oh, it's even more OP in the actual game? Oh, that's a thing in the... I mean, I assumed it was probably a thing in the other game, but... Be like me. I can't. KH, I can't play 16. That's the stream game. So I'm not allowed to play it off stream. I have to wait for stream in order to play it. I mean, I'm going to play just more Unicorn Overlord, but... Oh, you're saying play it on stream. No, but it's Community Day. I want to do Community Day stuff. I mean, I want to do Community Day stuff, but if nobody else wants to play, then I'll have to switch to something else more single player. Show us the Fox Girl in Unicorn Overlord. And no, I'll show you Amalia. Oh my God, she's so awesome. She's so powerful too. Like, I have a couple of those characters that are... That's one thing that the game does really well. You feel powerful in that game. There is one thing that I am not necessarily not liking about... Oh, wait, what am I doing? I didn't know that it bumped me out. There's one thing in the game that I'm it's not that I don't like, it's that I feel like it's not an oversight, because they did do something to avoid it. The way the battles work in Unicorn Overlord is very interesting, and it's a ton of fun in the beginning. But as the game gets more involved and as your characters have the ability to do more things, they give you ability to skip the battles. If like, I can show it to you later if you want. They give you the ability to skip all of the battle animations, and you basically just get the results. And when I first started the game, I thought, but you'd want to see that stuff. That stuff is so cool. The problem is, as you get later into the game and you've got tons and tons and tons of things to do, like you've got a bunch of abilities and stuff, the individual battles feel kind of drawn out. So you do end up skipping them. I have had whole rounds where I don't actually see any of the battle animations. And it's not bad, because the strategy is all still there. You still have to pay attention to what you're doing and how you're doing it, but it's interesting that there's this... It's too much, in a way. It's probably the only thing I can think of that I feel is wrong with the game. Whoa. Whoa, no. Solar, I forgot your name there for a second, and I thought it said Stellar Blade. Ow. Oh, man, wait. I don't play Unicorn Overlord. I just like big, muscly women. I mean, there's only like one. Amalia. And then her name, well, the other one is Berengaria. She's not muscular. She's just amazing looking. Yeah, after a while, as cool as it is to watch, you appreciate the option to fast forward and skip it. Whoa. Ow. Ow. I did the same thing that I always do, which is I forget you have control of the character, and I almost walked off the side. Ow! Oh my god, I walked into your attack there. Stellar Blade. Oh yeah, Stellar Blade is next week. Whoa. Ow. Oh my god, the platform came up at just the right moment. Ow. Oh! Oh no! I think you're about to hit me with that. Ah! That was awesome. Oh man. Oh. Yeah, I'm digging the game though, man. I can't believe how interesting it is, and it's funny because the weird thing about Unicorn Overlord is that I feel like a lot of people might think that with the way the game progresses at where it is now, if everything else in the game wasn't good, I think people would get annoyed. I think people would be like, yeah, it does. I don't like the way it progresses, but that's probably my other big failing with the game is just how it progresses through the game. But I don't know. It's kind of weird because it also gives you a good amount of freedom. It's a game that at a certain point, it basically tells you this is where you have to go. You're just not strong enough yet. So you can kind of make that decision about when you want to go there. Ow. Whoa. Oh, wait. Whoa. Okay, leave me alone. I'm trying to... No, don't land on the ground.
Your ideas are intriguing to me, and I wish to subscribe to your newsletter.
Age 55, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Oh my god. Whoa. Oh my god. Oh, get it. Oh, with the 3-piece. I was gonna wait for Unicorn Overlord, but the physical copy is getting hard to come by. Yeah, that's kind of the weird thing that's happening with that game. The funny thing is, I've seen the game on sale multiple times already, but it also does seem like physically the game is getting a little bit hard to find. Oh, ooh, got two with that one. Yeah, I think that the story's kind of interesting. I think that it's a decent story, if not, you know, a little. Do I think it's simplistic? I think it's pretty basic. I think that the story's pretty basic, right? The evil kingdom invaded. Now the prince was you know, the royal family was destroyed. The prince is away, and now he's coming back. Right? I don't think that story-wise it does anything dramatically unique. Whoa, okay, what's happening? I'm very visually stimulated right now. There's a lot happening. Where am I? Wait. Oh, that got me? I thought I knocked Sephiroth into the special. That's crazy. Could I ask a question about Unicorn Overload? Absolutely. Sounds more like typical. Yeah, it's typical, yes. Simple is also kind of correct though. It is very typical. But it's not much more than that. Like the things that are happening as the game develops, they happen more regionally. Like, you have the four kingdoms. The kingdoms were overtaken by Zenoira, right? The Zenoiran Empire and Emperor Galerius, which is all in the demo. And then as you're and then you have to stop Emperor Galerius, right? Something's happening. You're not really sure what. The story is developing as you go through the lands, and it's really more about you experiencing what happened to each individual land and the people that are there. Like, that's more of it. It's not like the story is changing from this to that. You know, there's not an evolution of what's happening. Oh my God, what's happening here? Wait. Oh no. I don't know what's happening. Oh my God, that just completely ate up my inputs. Yeah, I think I'm about 50 hours in. I think I'm a little bit over 50 hours in. But that is, I'm exploring everywhere. Y'all play Smash Bros. And I'm playing Mario Kart in real life with the way some people are driving. Yeah, there's a lot of lag here. Oh my God, wait, I'm not paying attention. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, I just got rocked. When the game shows you an example of a unit formation, like a thief standing in front of a cavalry, do you have to leave them in the column formation, or can you? No, you can make it however you want. They just give you an idea that I find that weird that they even do that. They're just kind of showing you the strengths and weaknesses or something like that. It really doesn't explain everything though, because like when you have that, let's say you have the thief and the cavalry in the background or something, there are moves in the game that hit columns. So you wouldn't want them staggered. Like, a lot of it is a learning experience, which is a good thing. You should have that. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, but you don't have to leave it the way they tell you to. You can change up a lot of different things. You can change the way certain moves react. You can make it so, like, there's a ton of customization that you can do in that game for the moves. You can set it up so that moves only trigger when there's certain types of character formations, when the health is at a certain point. Like, if you're, you know, let's say your character has a heal that, oh, when your character takes damage, they will heal. The problem is, if they have a high defense and they get hit for 1 HP, your hero is going to heal them. And it's going to use up that heal on 1 HP. So you might want to change it so that that heal only triggers when they're below 75% HP. So there's a lot that you can do with the way it works. Did you really do that? I can't believe you did that. Yeah, there's just tons and tons of customization that you have I was playing a demo. I was constantly second guessing myself. No. You shouldn't second guess yourself. Okay, I literally sink like a. You hit the water and then you sink like a stone. There's nothing you can do. There's no fish. I'm just kind of half paying attention on this level. Whoa! Not to mention it's kind of laggy. Oh my god! Once I hit the water, I have no control. Nothing happens. Woo! Like I haven't played Smash in ages. It's very unmotivating for me. I mean, bear in mind we've played a few rounds already, and that's the first one that we had with some serious lag on it. Granted, you play other games and they don't have anywhere near as much lag. I had 2 SDs in that. Here, I'll in the meantime while we're playing this, I'll just download Warzone and we'll play Call of Duty Warzone. There you go.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh. Oh, whoa! That thing flew right over my head. Ow, ow, ow! Whoa! Okay. Have you tried out the Avatar stuff in Fortnite? No, I haven't loaded up Fortnite at all. It should still be on my system. I don't think I deleted it, but I haven't loaded it up at all. It's been all Unicorn Overlord all the time. Ah, no. Oh, what? How did I drop down into that? Ow. I deleted Fortnite. I was not playing it. So now I discovered the mercenaries you can hire. I was like, oh no, when I get full game, I'm screwed. Here's the problem with the hero. Here's the other problem with that, with the mercenaries thing. Because you can hire, it's like, you know, it's like any game like that, like Final Fantasy Tactics, where you can hire units. I have one unit that I've hired, and it was because early on I needed another healer. Other than that, I don't hire the units. I'm actually overloaded with characters. You do get to a point where you have more characters than the game allows you to use. Yeah, I have one unit. And I might have replaced. She's fine. They don't make it obvious, right? It's not like when you pick when you hire a mercenary healer, their name is Healer. So it's not really obvious. I kind of at one point I forgot which one my hired person was. But I probably would have replaced her already, except I'm not getting enough healers. That was 3. That was all 3. So yeah, I still use her, but I'm also overloaded on characters. I have more characters than the game. The game lets you have up to 10 units, and after you level up all of the units to the max, you can use 50 characters. I think I have about 55 to 60 characters right now, and there's a land I haven't been to yet. So there's still going to be characters that I get from that land. And I don't have my unit. I only have 2 units that hold 5 characters. All the other ones hold 4. Kind of half paying attention here. I really should be paying more attention. I had a tank in WoW I named Black Mage. I love that. Yeah, you don't have to worry about hiring the units, to be honest with you, unless you want to really customize. The reason I think that that's even a mechanic in the first place, to be honest with you, I think there's a difficulty mode that includes permadeath. I'm not entirely sure, but that's why you would have that. Hey, I won. How the hell did I win that? I think that's why. There's a mode that I believe includes permadeath. And so you would end up needing to hire more people. I'm still torn on Unicorn Overlord because the story and stuff seems up my alley, but the gameplay isn't. The gameplay, I will 100% admit, the gameplay is extremely unique. Yeah, let's see. We'll see here about Shadow. We'll see here about, with this round right now. I'm glad you don't need to. You don't really need to. I prefer to use the characters the game naturally gives you. Yeah, the only problem with not needing to hire the characters and using the ones that they give you, like I said, is that you will eventually have enough people to have multiple units, but only one healer. And so you'll need some other way. You'll need to set them up to heal themselves. You need to be very creative with how you put the characters together. Or you hire a healer, and then you can just replace the healer later if you want. But I kept her. I think she's fine. Rosaline, I think, is her name. Gameplay reminds me of Yu-Gi-Oh! Falsebound Kingdom, but it's more in-depth, of course. Yeah, it took me a second to realize. I mean, it doesn't really take you long to understand what's going on. But it is kind of, when you see it in action, it takes a second to... It does, like... It only takes a second to understand what's going on with the combat, but it does take a second, you know? It's not really intuitive. Like, you're not figuring out what you have to do when you play a game like this. You know, you're fighting. So it's kind of weird, but you get used to it really extremely quickly. But like I said, the way it works, late game, it starts to drag out the fights in a way. But they give you a skip around it. And also bear in mind here, Hero, that in the first area you are kind of locked to how you progress through the game, but it is possible at certain points to go further than the game wants you to. There's actually a point early where it does give you 2 directions to go to, and you can pick one or the other. So depending on which one you pick, it'll change like your sort of early/mid game. It'll change how you progress through it. Oh, how did that just barely missed? Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll get a couple. If we don't get more, well, we got more people in right now, so. Yeah, they give you one or 2 points where there's other things that you can do, and there's multiple ways you can do it. So there's a little bit of freedom in the game. But I love it, man. I love the exploration. I love the way that the exploration works. It's there, but it's not too complicated. I actually really like how they handle the quote unquote social links, which is just like the characters that you put in the units. They will grow their rapport, is what they call it. So as that grows, it'll open up just interaction. But the interactions are a minute. You know, they're a minute or 2. They're nothing really crazy, but it's nice to at least have them. It's not necessary. You get a couple of honor points for it, but that's really it. It's just a kind of fun thing to do. I think there's only one that I believe is sort of mandatory, but I'm not entirely sure how important it is, which I won't spoil that for you.
Chance to grow.
They show this fight happening right now on Crunchyroll. This would be definitely that would be a show. I kept the redhead with Chloe. Did I keep that? Did I keep her with Claude? I kept. Yeah. Lex. Yeah, Lex. I have them together in a unit. That you do that a lot, Hero. There's a lot of you. There's one group of characters, Hero, that you might split up, and then something happens, and you put them all together, and they are a team all the time, and you'll never separate them. There is some stuff like that happens in the game, but for the most part, you are free to do a lot of what you want to do. I had to ruin the Netflix show by showing up with an Inkling. Ow, ow, ow! Oh, wait, I ran out of ink. No! Ow! Oh, that's where that worked. Oh, no, no, I died. Oh, Inkling's the comedy relief character. There we go. Get up. Oh, the ground saves your life. Arwing, the ground saves your life. Ow. Probably keep the units together and introduce at the same time. That's usually what ends up happening. Whoa. Ow, ow, ow. Did I die? I died right there? No way. Inkling can be Krillin. Can't get up? There are pills for that. Ow, ow, ow. No! No! I last left off in a demo one of those missions where you have to make a certain moral decision. I don't want to. Yeah, don't mention specifics, but that's another thing. For the most part, there aren't too many irreversible choices in the game. I was very worried about, oh well, if I don't pick this person, what's going to happen? If I don't pick that person, what's going to happen? And you get more than enough characters. You don't really usually have to make too many drastic choices. The only time there was a choice where there was an irreversible option, there was a third option that's just much harder. Like if you pick this one, you get that character, but you don't get the other one, and vice versa. Or you can pick the very difficult fight and get both of them, but it's the very difficult fight. I have to figure out how to get this game. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I still have to play Future. What the heck was the first DLC called for Xenoblade? Future Perfect. Was it called? I still have to play that too. God, there's so much that I want to play, and there's just so much. There's so many games that I Future Connected. Thank you. It's Future Connected. The second game, the DLC was like Torna or something, and then the third one was Future Redeemed. I keep looking around if I see it where I can buy it. I can buy it digitally, but I'd rather buy it physically because I have the first two physically. Yeah, I think it's Octoman's. Octagon. I think it's your stream. I don't know if you're or your hookup. I don't know if you're on Wi-Fi or if you're on wired. I mean, we'll play. It's just not. It's Future Connected, Torna, the Golden Land, and Future Redeemed. Why do I keep thinking there's one called Future Perfect? Is that... Oh, Future Perfect is that a Time Splitters game? Was Future Perfect Time Splitters? And then there's Future Past, but then that's an X-Men comic. Well, Days of Future Past. Got these humans and Morton. I don't know what you're talking about. Morton Koopa Jr. is a human character. Yeah, that's Time Splitters, right? Future Perfect. The reason Torna is named differently is Future Connected was made after 2 came out as a way to even better tie Xenoblade 1 to 2 and 3. Oh, okay. Oh, so Future Connected was made after 2? That's interesting. And then why was Torna so big? Why was Torna like such a massive DLC that it got its own game? Is there a way to say that without spoiling it? Future Connected is a Switch exclusive edition. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, yeah, I guess because the first game didn't. The Wii game wasn't really a DLC experience. Bethesda's being very out of character. What did they do? What did they do right? If you're saying they're out of character, what did they do right? Torna is a prequel to the events of 2, which, if you play 2, you'll hear a lot about. They did a bug fix for the PS5 version of Fallout 4 in prep for the next-gen update, and created an error to a point in the Far Harbor DLC, which causes the entire game to crash and possibly corrupt your save files. And the only fix right now is to uninstall the DLC and start a new save. Wait. So they fixed that, or they patched something and it caused that? They fixed it. And it's only the PS5 that's affected. No, they added in the bug. Wow. It's Lilac. It's not a bug. That's how you do New Game Plus. That's how, did you ever want to start the game over, but you feel bad about deleting your old save? Well, now you don't have to feel bad about it. The game does it for you. It's not a bug. That is a feature tied to New Game Plus. That's smart. Smart, I say. Xenoblade 2 talks about the Lost Count of Torna and several other characters you meet live during that time. Torna lets you play up to the event. Oh, okay. So okay, I'm going old school. I'm going old school for you. And I'm going old school, and I'm kind of going obscure here. Lufia on the Super Nintendo starts out with what happened with the 4 heroes 100 years ago or something. And then it cuts to the present where you play as the characters that you have now. I don't think it was 100. It was like 15 years or something. I forget exactly what. It was like a crazy number. I think it was 100, actually. Lufia 2 is that story. Lufia 2 is the 4 heroes from back then, and it's the story leading up to the end of their adventure, and which is technically the beginning of Lufia 1. Kind of like that, but again, it was so popular, fans asked and got a physical release. I love Lufia. Lufia is a series. Lufia, that's a couple of games that I would like to see come to the NSO app. I think that those would be a lot of fun. Or I would like to have them re-released. If you put them as a 2-pack on the Switch or something, I think that with obviously modern updates and whatnot, I think that that's something that would be. I love those. As RPGs go, they were fantastic. I love the first one especially. No, they're not on NSO, unfortunately. They never got re-released anywhere. I think there was a Game Boy Color game, and that's it. I think that's one of the reasons people never really heard of Lufia is because they're not anywhere else. Oh, later, Shadow. Have a good one. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for hanging out and playing games with us. Those bombs get annoying, man. That's so annoying. Oh, no! No! I was out of ink. Ah, where am I? Oh, my God. Ow. Oh, everybody's covered in ink. No! I hit you first. The Xenoblade music fits Battlefield very well. Yeah, I was always a big fan of that game. I always loved it. Oh, wait. What happened? Why did that happen? Yeah, there was Lufia 1 and 2, and then I believe there was a game on the Game Boy Color, and that was about it. Oh, I should have done that. Oh, no! No! That's what you get. Oh, did I not get credit for that? Oh, I thought I was going to get credit for that kill. Ow! That was unnecessary. Gotta get it. No! Oh, I thought I died in the middle of my special. Oh, what is happening here? I feel so confused. What a weird round that was for me. I was so out of it the whole time. So we'll do a couple more. Maybe call it early today. Maybe we'll call it a little bit early. Everybody can get out and go do something. Enjoy the weekend, you know? Don't just stay in the house and play video games all weekend. You don't want to do that. That's terrible. But don't leave yet. Yeah, go touch grass. Come on. Greg, what are you doing all weekend? Shut up. Well, let's figure it out today. I got stuff to do tomorrow. And hang out. It's good. You get up. I get up. I do my laundry and whatnot. I probably should go to the gym today. I was supposed to go this morning and it was raining, so I didn't feel like going out in the rain. Okay. Whoa! There's no grass where I live. Then grow grass and then touch it. You headed out now, Trios? If you are, then have a good one. Ow, ow. No! I'm drawing a cute Kirby idea I had. I kind of wish that the splat bombs exploded on contact, even though that's not how they work. They gave me credit for that kill for you going off. You went off the screen with that with that move, and they gave me credit for killing you. Yeah, I think I'll go one more round. Yeah, I got another couple in me. Ow, ow. Oh, wait, am I getting hit? What's happening? Oh my god, did I die? Whoa. Oh, that's what you get. Oh, right in his face. No, I only got one. Need to go grocery shopping in a bit. Mom is so wonderful and patient. Ow, ow. Yeah, I did. I don't really grocery shop, to be honest with you. I get a couple of things. Like, I get a big pack of chicken, like chicken breast. I'll get like rice and stuff. I get what I need as I go. Because it's just me, so I don't have to keep the house stocked with anything. So I never really do. Hey, Somber. Characters like Inkling made me kind of miss the custom moves because Inkling could have had other weapons from Splatoon. Oh, man, that would have been great. Well, the custom weapons were only... It was because it was only stuff from other characters, wasn't it? For us, it's kind of that. We also try to plan out meals for the week so we don't need to stock a ton. Yeah, I mean, when I plan out meals for the week, quote-unquote, it's a big pack of chicken and rice, and then I just figure out different ways to season it. Or like I have a big pack of chicken, I have rice, I have like one of those big boxes of the packages of ramen. So sometimes I'll just make ramen and then I'll put a different sauce on it or something. Like that's I don't really meal prep or anything, and I don't really plan out my meals. That's just kind of what I do. Oh, no! Oh, I meant to move and I didn't. Custom moves were removed because competitive players complain so much, which is a shit. See, I thought, Dragoon, I remember that, but I thought that was just why you couldn't use custom characters in, like, For Glory mode. Like, I remember people saying that they didn't want custom characters in tournaments. And then, because the problem is that the custom characters with the custom moves, they weren't really balanced properly. Which is why you couldn't use custom characters in For Glory. It started as that, but then they complained they shouldn't exist at all, which is kind of weird. Hang on a second here. That's it for me. No problem, Warwing. Thank you so much for stopping in. Ow. Oh, no. Oh, no. I didn't grab it. Ow. Oh my god, can I make a move here? Woo! Oh, I hit her with that bomb. That was incredible. I got, what even got me there? No! Oh, I have my special. Oh, that worked! No way you recovered from that. Oh, no way. I can't believe that, gosh. The aim on that bomb was incredible. That's great. Holy smokes. I'm getting better with those. Definitely getting better with them. Homie joining today. Not the best moves, doing well. RN. RN. Right now having some chicken and lo mein. Oh, man. I'm hope you're gonna do. I hope you're feeling better. I hope everything is not too bad. You know, as bad as it sounds, I hope it's just a down day without something catastrophic going on. I know Flip. I know enough about what it could be, you know? Yeah. Oh, no. It's so annoying. The more you get used to those bombs, the worse they are as a character. No! Inkling dodge! Yeah, you don't need to apologize. Ah. Wow, Pythra tearing it up today. I have 5 KOs. That's not bad. So we'll do one more. We'll probably call it early today. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we'll call it a little bit early. Actually, you know what we'll do? I'll show you. I'll show you. Do you want to see the characters in Unicorn Overlord, or do we just want to wrap it up? I think we'll probably just wrap it up. I mean, this is going to be a laggy. No offense, but this is going to be a laggy one. This is going to be an 8-minute match. Ow. I've been watching a bit of high-level Mario Kart, and it makes me wish there was a part of Smash Pro scene that had items. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, because then it becomes. I mean, we're not gonna really get into that, but again, but yeah, you know, there is a technical side of it. Ah. Whoa. No, get up. No way! Oh! Woo! Ah! Anyway. Can play a bit of... You want to see a little bit of Unicorn Overlord? Just so I can show you... for anybody that hasn't seen it, like, I can show you what the battle system is and give you an idea for it. Because I know there are a lot of people that are kind of curious about it. And there's a demo for it. The one weird thing... with demos like that is, I know sometimes people kind of worry about. Oh my god! Thank you, thank you, Solar, for hitting me there. Ow, ow. But yeah, some people, you know, they know that there's a demo for it, but you know, even the demo the demo goes for I think like 7 hours, so sometimes that's a commitment for people. No! I want to play, but I want to finish current games. First, so not even play the demo. Likely won't. Unless I gain something. No, the one thing I will say, Lilac, is it's probably worth it. Even if you played the demo, it's probably worth it just to play the game again. Because understanding some things about the demo are great, but it's easier just to play the game yourself. I also felt like there were some things that I didn't remember from the demo in the main game, so I can't help but wonder if they were a little bit different. Oh no! But yeah, I mean, for that game, that kind of game also, it's usually good to see a little bit of the later game. So, you know, maybe your early game, it might inform you a little bit about what you want to do. Yeah, going as unspoiled as I can. Oh my God, Trios, you were in that and I knocked you out of it, I think. Ow. Well, they use items, but they don't use them like average players, so they might hold on to a coin for almost a full lap in some cases. So that's so interesting. Like, I've done that like, in Mario Kart. I've done that where you hold... Because the thing about the coins is that having max coins, I think it boosts your acceleration. I don't think it boosts your top speed, but I think it boosts your acceleration. So you want to hold on to... If you've got max coins, you want to hold on to the coin so that if you get hit, you replenish one of your coins and you maintain a higher acceleration. You know, you don't want to just get rid of it. Plus, I think if you hold the coins, yeah, I was going to say, if you hold the coins, it alters the AI. Hey, I won. It alters the AI, and you're more than likely to get better items if you're already holding a coin. Oh, and then yeah, the boo won't steal a better item if you're holding that. Like, that's so interesting. It does up your top speed. I knew that I thought that it upped your acceleration, but not your top speed. All right, so that was the last one there. Yeah, because if you use a coin and you're not holding one and you get an item, there's a chance you get another coin, but you won't get two in a row. All right, so yeah, we'll switch over to Unicorn Overlord real quick. I'm not gonna play a bunch of this. Oh wait, I gotta insert the game card. Doesn't affect the items the AI gets. Wait, holding a coin doesn't affect the items the AI gets that's distant from first place. Yeah, but it affects the items that you get. So if you get a coin, you don't want to burn the coin just so you can hold two good items because there's a chance you'll get another coin. So you want to hold the coin and then you want to get another item, and that way you're guaranteed to not get a coin for the second item. No, that's what I have never in my mind had two coins. It's in there. Oh, wait, hang on. I didn't need that. It seems that I'm back to Unicorn Overlord is long, so if I'm not a fan of the gameplay, no, and that's the thing. I don't think that you wouldn't be a fan of the game. I mean, you're right. If you're not a fan of the gameplay, the thing is, I think that if you're not a fan of Unicorn Overlord's gameplay, you're gonna know that from the beginning. It's not it doesn't present itself as one kind of game and then it's something else entirely. It can also be said that by holding a coin, you lower the chances of getting a good item as you limit the slots. Yeah, kind of. I guess you're always sort of likely to have a coin in something else. Yeah, see, I would hold on to the coin just because, yeah, if you have max coins and you get hit, you want to use the coin so instead of being at 7, you're at 8. So it's marginal. That's the thing. When we played Mario Kart without items, the other things that a racing game typically cares about suddenly stood out. When you turned items off, all of a sudden you cared about your setup, the acceleration, the body, the kind of car the kind of vehicle that you're using. So in a competitive scene, even with items, you're going to worry about all those tiny little things that we typically don't worry about. You're going to worry about the fact that having 8 coins is better than having 7 coins. So yeah, in that regard, it would be interesting to see a competitive Smash with items, because I imagine that if you gave the competitive market, if you gave the competitive, not market, if you get the scene, I guess, just if you gave the competitive scene items, I'd be interested to see what they do with it. Itemless Mario Kart, very bland. Some carts are just uncompetitive. I mean, and that's definitely going to be the case. That's absolutely going to be the case. All right, so I hope that none of this is a spoiler. I shouldn't like, I'm not really going to go over who all of the people are. And that's the thing, you won't really know who all of these people are. So even if I show off all of the characters, you're not really going to know. The rule of thumb with this game, basically, hold on, let me switch to, I think we were in just chatting the whole time too. No, not raid. Not that. Of course the raid thing worked right there. Oh no, we were in Smash. Unicorn Overlord. Pause mid-glide to turn motion controls and make them go faster. To your point, Nintendo's tried that. Competitive players basically said, yeah, I mean, we've had the whole Smash thing. We're not going to do the Smash thing right now. I gotta shut that down before it gets started. So the rule of thumb with this game when it comes to the characters, because I was worried about, you know, am I going to spoil characters by showing them to you? If you meet a character, there's almost a 100% chance that you're probably going to recruit them. So this game is a lot of characters. Character list. So, like, hold on. I haven't broken down my unit. So what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 times 4 minus 1. 56, 50. I have 55 characters on me right now. Yeah, there's so many menus and stats going on. It looks all overwhelming, but what they kind of do is they kind of do it all in the same spot. So, like, this is a lane. This is your main character. If you press the button, these are all his items that are equipped. These are all his abilities that are equipped. These are all of the conditions. So, Cavalry Slayer, he will only use that move if there is a cavalry unit. And he will and because it's see how it's 1 and 2, he will try to use Cavalry Slayer only on cavalry. If there isn't one, he'll use Lean Edge. Like, that's how it works. And then these are, so the red ones are your main actions, and these are like secondary actions. So this will be like if he has a special guard or something, that's how it works. So, this is Scarlet. Scarlet, this is a heal that will heal up to a row of allies. She will prioritize allies that have a debuff on them, which is like poison or blind or something, and if their health is less than 75%. If their health is over 75%, she will default to Holy Light, which is an attack spell. And for the attack spell, she will prioritize armored units because armored units are weak against magic. Like, this is how this all works. And you can add, so like, let's say I wanted her to do Holy Light, but not on armored units. I can add Holy Light and then make this, I can remove the priority there. So now what she'll do is she'll try to use the Curing Call. If there's nobody that needs the Curing Call, she'll try to use Holy Light on an armored unit. If there are no armored units, she'll just use Holy Light on anybody. For the most part, these things, like this right here, prioritize debuff, this prioritize armor. When you learn the moves, they have this stuff equipped to them. You can just change it if you want to. That's the thing, is you can just change it if you want to. And that's what I mean. That's what I always talk about, is they give you the options, and the options are the most important thing. It's not very rigid, but they do kind of dummy down everything for you. Like I said, when you get a move, Javelin here. Javelin hurts flying. It does extra damage to flying units. I didn't have to set that condition. That condition automatically came. But I can change it if I want to. Do units class up? Yes. So after a while, you'll get the ability to class up your units at the fortress. I have classed up all of the ones. It's called Promote. at a certain point, all of the units that you get new will already be promoted. So you really only have to promote the characters that you're getting in maybe the first half of the game, and then you can save all of your honor points to expand the units. Oh, my other thing is Unicorn Overseas is kind of long. Even you're still playing it. Yeah, I'm doing a ton of the exploration. I'm trying to go everywhere in this game. So the units start, each unit can hold 2, but you can level that up. All of my units right here hold 4, and these 2 hold 5. 5 is the max. This game feels like a Fire Emblem and Ogre Battle had a child. Yeah, people were saying the Ogre Battle's combat system was like this. So let me go into again. So you see this guy here with the check mark? This is just a battle that you can get into. Oh, 200 is the amount of honor points you need. Whenever you complete missions, whenever you do stuff, you get honor points. In addition to some of the other currencies, points. Honor points is what you spend to do that. You spend honor points to promote the characters. You spend it to expand the units of the characters. Okay, so these are just random battles that are around. They're meant to inform you about certain things. I usually just pick them and then I beat them so that I can get points or whatever. You only really get points the first time you do it. Let's pick. Where is Amalia's unit? That's Amalia's unit. So this is just like a little skirmish type thing. It's nothing really significant, but this is how the battles play out. And you're going to set all of your characters up, and then when you go into the battle, I should have shown you that before. This is all automatic. Everything that's happening here is automated. But you'll pick your formations, you'll decide what they do. That menu where I talked about how you prioritize the moves and stuff, this is where you set up your priority for the moves, what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, what order they might do it in. Oh yeah, that's Amalia. She's amazing. I love her. Yeah, so like she just hit me with a debuff. So I think I have a character that'll debuff her, or that'll fix her, I mean. A little penetrate move there. Oh no! She took a hard hit. She's wearing a tactical garter belt. I know. Isn't it great? Yeah, the artwork in this game. I mean, it's a Vanillaware game, so it shouldn't be really surprising, but I'm just surprised by the amount of it all. Oh, look at her. She's so awesome. Better than I expected out of a scrawny human. Okay. I beat that guy before, so I already got points from him. So yeah, that's how the combat works. They have this thing where you can sort of make your heraldry. You kind of make your flag there. So I designed that, and then you can go in and kind of redesign it. I don't really think this has any relevancy. I don't think this has any relevancy to it. And that battle was just a quick skirmish. That was nothing really significant. It is a bit more. Oh, the way the map turns on a slight rotation. What do you mean? What? I heard you can level grind. Yeah, there are spots where you can level grind, where you can keep battling and you can earn levels. There are a few things. Because like that little skirmish right there, you don't get any XP for that. You have to be in a battlefield in order to get that. But there are spots. Let me find one of them. This is an early one. These little areas, these sigil trials, you find a couple of these around, and they're at different levels. These are constant battles, so like you can just go into this and you get points for winning it. But if you go back in and you do it again, it's still a battle. You still get XP for it. Oh, the map rotates sideways. It's not just moving left and right. What do you mean it's rotating sideways? Like there's foreground and background, like this scrolling sort of. It's not really scrolling, but The map rotates sideways. It's not just moving left and right. Yeah, I don't know. You mean this map? Like here? Or the overworld, the actual world? I'm very confused. Yeah, see, this land I went to, but I didn't do anything. It was too high level for me. The overworld. See, everything just kind of moves on its own, which I guess does kind of give it a rounded sort of aspect to it. Like, see all the individual mountains, they kind of move on their own. Okay, so let me... This was the snowy area. I felt like it was easier to see up here. Yeah, so that's a sigil trial there. Pulling an Animal Crossing, not as bad. I don't think it's as bad as Animal Crossing. Like Wild World, I thought was really bad. Animal Crossing Wild World used to make me sick. I used to have trouble looking at it. The way it kind of rotated, it used to make me sick kind of looking at it. See, like, this is a druid. The chief weakness of a class like mine lies in our complete inability to directly damage our foes, but one of my skills allows me to rectify that shortcoming quite handily. So then these are little training sort of things. Oh, I hated the curve in Wild World. Oh, it made me so sick. So that's Berengaria. I mean, I love her too. That's Elaine. Here, these are early characters, so I'll show you some of the earlier characters. See, Armored Knight, you know, he didn't really take a lot of damage from that attack. Standard stuff, you know, their armored guys are weak against magic. I think they're weak against cavalry units, too. No, they're weak against flying units, like Wyvern and stuff. Uncle won't show us. Oh, I'll show you the... Actually, no, you know what I can do? I'll tell you, I'll show you exactly what I can do. And it's very, very awesome. There's a lot of little things. That's one of the things that I really like about this game is that there's a lot of little touches. Little things that they added that they didn't really have to add, but they're just great. This guy's hilarious for some reason. He's such a simp sort of character. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh! He hit him so hard. See, like this unit, I need to add one more. I think I need a healer on this unit. They'll be strong. Once I put a healer with them, they'll be actually really strong. Good Lord. Which you're always the right side. You're always the one on the right side. That was indeed about to remember. I don't think I beat that one before. Yeah, see, I never beat that one before, so I got money for that. Like I never beat this guy before. This is all when you go to the towns, you can basically upgrade the town a little bit, and that's what all those items are for. So here are the crazy looking characters. Let me get some of this stuff here. So, not quest log, library? Library. Ferrith Archive, class registry. All right. This is the little thing that I was talking about. So this is every class in the game, and you can see all of the sprite work for each class. So this is a fighter. So this is going to show me every fighter, every sprite, or I guess if you call them sprites, every sprite from every fighter in the game. It includes the basic ones and then the characters that are that class. So Lex and Calm here, they are fighter class. So they're going to be here. When you click one, you can see all of their... When he swings, his stronger swing, unique skill... His running animation, the running animations are hilarious because of the way their stance is.
No stopping now.
And you can do that with all of them. So now, yeah, the background you can change too. Hold on. Let me go to another one here. The warriors are kind of cool. Look at the warriors. Look at the weapon. The weapon is sick to me. That's so cool. So let's go to Nina. She's pretty cool. And then at the top here, you can change the background. The only thing I don't like about this, you can toggle the UI. I can't move the camera. I kind of wish that you could because I don't think you can center the character. That's the only thing that I'm kind of missing with this, is that you can't center the character to take cool pictures. And I don't like that. I kind of wish that that was a thing that you could do. Yeah, it's just a cement block on a stick. Isn't it amazing? So let's look at, let's go into the Vanillaware part of the game. All right, what do I mean by the Vanillaware part of the game? So the clerics are pretty generic. I think they're pretty standard in the way that they look. Clerics, bishops, wizards, warlocks. Let's go to the witches. Look, her boobs didn't have to do that. Like, look at her basic stance animation. Just their basic stance animation is wild to me. Yeah, this is normal. This is not exactly extreme, right? Little Morrigan throwback there.
Going down easy.
When you upgrade them, that's a bit, at least her stance is a bit better. This is the one that I'm like, okay, I mean, there's Vanillaware, and then it's a bit much. It's a little much. Even for Vanillaware. Like, okay. Yeah, they're definitely not Marcos. They're definitely not the main character from Dragon Crown. But it's just the amount of them. It's just that there's a lot that are like this. Yeah, the sorceress in the Amazon, but then what else, right? What else besides the sorceress and the Amazon? Maybe a couple others. There's kind of a lot of them here. The sounds aren't helping.
Rousing victory. Prove your loyalty.
This is the druid. That's the upgraded version. Somehow better and somehow worse. There's another. There's an elven one that I think is crazy. There you go. There you go. See, I wish you could kind of zoom in on them too. There you go. A little. Come on. Come on, man. Vampire Princess, Beast Tamer, the Mermaid. Oh, are they? Is there a lot? I see. I didn't play through Dragon Crown. I have it. I just never played through it. Booty cam action. Selling us the game here, Greg. Yeah, look at that. Evade. I mean, you see what I mean? Like, there's design, and then there's just sort of the way they kind of do everything. People are complaining about Stellar Blade? That's why I was making a joke. Like, it's not even that it's the worst I've ever seen. It's not the most extreme. And some of them are really cool. Like, this I don't think is overly sexual. I think this is awesome. Like, I love this design for this character. And then, of course, you have... the side boob is bigger than her head. Ha.
Got me good.
Yeah.
Feeling good about that.
That's the standard one. There's a customized one there. Like some of them are really awesome. There goes the bear. Oh, where's Spike? Where's Panda? Oh. You guys remember 13 Sentinels about characters getting into robots naked? Yeah, but 13 Sentinels, I mean, that's like saying they were wearing the skin tight bodysuits in Darling in the Franxx. It wasn't really crazy. This character was cool. I haven't battled like the basic version of these. This is just the character that I got myself. Here's your priestess. You know, tame, but at the same time, it does draw your attention. The elf lady, she's kind of pretty. She's, you know, a bit much. Sword ranger, she's kind of cool. Then of course, go to the werewolf. Werewolf. Oh, were-owl. Oh yeah, were-owl. There we go. I haven't put her on a team yet. I have one, but I haven't put her on a team yet. And again, I just kind of wish you could zoom in on them and you can sort of get a better look at them.
That's a relief.
Yeah, were-owl, bear, fox, and werewolf. The werewolves are cool. They wear kilts. That's such a cool design for them. Yeah, griffin riders, wyvern riders, the different elves. What does that bird have? Boobs? You got the Dark Lord. You got the here goes Dreadnought. Look at how amazing she is. There's like bass to her. So good. A couple people were like, she's using a door as a shield. Ugh. Yeah, incapacitated. I don't see this very often. There's not a lot of moments where this character has died.
Victory.
I love her triumph pose.
Watch this.
Oh, I haven't actually seen that one. Have I seen her do that in a fight? I don't think I've actually seen this one right here. That's the 1,000-year door. She's got it. She got it before everybody else. And Dark Marquis, Dark Marquis. I have her. She's just a great design. I just think everything about her design is incredible. You know, right down to the weird high heels that they forced her to have, which most of the female characters do have. Yeah, she's such a great character too.
Was your first mistake.
Found a Bluetooth Pro controller grip. That should be what I need. You got the archive. This is going to tell you all of the story bits. Pretty much in the order of the characters that you meet. Quest log. I mean, there's tons, completed quests, main quests. Like these are all main quests right here. These 3 quests are in different areas. So like this quest, Unicorn Overlord, it's supposed to send you to the last boss, but you're not strong enough to do it yet. So then there's this quest here, which is in another land. There's this quest here, which is the current quest in the land that I'm in. So you do have some freedom if you want to go somewhere else and go to one of the other lands and start. Yeah, they said the thing. These are... Oh, they're kind of like overworld side quests. Like a lot of these, like this here bridge, bridge of Bastoritza. There's a bridge that needs repairing, and then if you bring them 30 pieces of the stone that they need, it's like the regional material, you'll complete it, and then you'll be able to move on to the other land. This is necessary for exploration. So these are things like you do the cemetery. Every time you find a cemetery, you get a blessing there, and then that's part of it. Like it's a lot of stuff like this. This is the one that's kind of weird. I think this is the only quest that is tied to, like your character, the rapport with your characters. I think this is the only one that's tied to that. And then these are map quests. I was gonna say. These are items that you find. You can find these treasured maps, and then you can go and search for them. And then there's usually cool items and money and stuff when you find them. Not necessary. And then side quests, they give you little things to do around. There's these liberation quests that you'll find where you sort of free the little town areas. Yeah, there's a ton of stuff to do. Oh, here we go. Here's the rapport. So this is Elaine. This is his rapport with all the characters. So, like, this little thing here means that there's a spot where you go with him, and it'll give you the option to speak. And then they'll have a little thing that plays out when you talk to them. Actually, here, I can show you one of those. And if I click that right there, it just sends me right to the place where the thing is. Which is over here. So this is the social aspect. Oh, by the way, pretty much every spot on this map acts as a travel point. So if I want, if this is like these are the main quests for this area. If I want to go here, I just click it and it sends me right there. I don't have to click somewhere near it and then walk. It'll just put me right there. These are the social links of the game. And it auto plays or you can click it yourself. 'Tis merely a headache. Worry not. I intend to be off to bed any minute now. I wish that were true, yet the maps and tactical reports in your hand appear to speak otherwise. So they have, like, some of them are funny. Some of them are, what manner of leader would I be? Should I only rely on the knowledge of others? A sensible one, considering the alternative. Now come, you clearly need your rest. But if I don't do this, who will? Listen to me, my prince. I say this not as your advisor, but as the father given care of you by Queen Elenia. I cannot bear to see you suffer like this, to watch the fits of pain cast across your face. Then I'll not put you through it any longer. I only ask that you help me to my tent in return. Pray come with me. So that's it. That's it. And that's the first one. That's the first one. Oh, no, there's more. Are you warm enough, your highness? I am. It feels as though I'm a child again, under your attentive care, as I was for so many years in Palavia. You've grown so much and more in the time since. There's a very little Shakespearean way of talking. Beholden to none but your own command. Be assured in that growth, and let your worries be washed away by the gentle tide of sleep. Thank you, Joseph. Even in slumber, I can still see echoes of the boy you once were. I like to watch you when you sleep. How foolish I was to refer to myself as his father. I am the blade of the royal family and nothing more. And then you get 2 honor points for that. Like, there's the honor points that you get for it is so insignificant. If you just want to skip it, then it's not really a big deal. That's what I like. If I want the character development between them, I put them together in the units. You get more rapport when you fight with them. So if I put them together, if I want them to play out more, I put them together. As they play out more, I can decide if I want to go and engage in that or not. And if I do engage in it, I get a little bit of something. If I don't engage in it, I don't get the story, but I also don't lose out on a tangible aspect of the game. Yeah, I like the hero. I like it. I know some people are always kind of off-put by stuff like that, but I like the way that they talk in the game. And it's the Battle Coliseum. This is like a long thing that you have to do to get Amalia. That was great, though. Yeah, if you let them play with together, they come together faster. Yeah, absolutely. That's a Lilac. I mean, doesn't that just make sense, though? Right? Isn't that just the way things should be? Yeah, I always enjoyed Ye Old Speed. I mean, there's a limit. There is a point where it's a bit too Shakespearean, but I like it. I think that it fits the theme very well. Yeah, I mean, it's a great game. I really enjoy it. Like I said, the battle thing where you watch the battle play out, it's fine early on in the game. You get to look at the sprites. You get to see the things play out. The problem is as you get further into the game and your characters have more moves, they have the ability to do more things for longer, those battles really stretch out. And each of those little sequences is like the whole sequence could be 30 seconds to a minute. And there may be 20 to 30 engagements per fight. And then you have to travel with your character. There's story that plays out in between. So the battles themselves can feel a bit drawn. If you, but they give you the ability to just. I should have shown you that too. Oh, here, actually, well, I can do it. Hold on. I'll show you that too. Let me find one of these battles. Down here. Of course, I'm not gonna find one now. Where are the battles? Yeah, I think there's some by the outside the Coliseum. Okay, so here. So, and you can do this in any battle in the game, which is unfortunate because usually when there's a special boss that you're trying to fight at the end of the whole thing, I have accidentally pressed this button and skip right past it. So this fight here, you see that it's most likely I'm going to win. I think this is pretty much a guarantee, though. That's I don't know how people feel about that. That they basically show you what the outcome is going to be. If I hit the A button, it starts the fight, and that's going to be the whole sequence that you saw. If I hit start button and it says skip battle, it will play the battle out without you seeing it. And it's just going to show you the life points that get lost, the enemies or the allied units that die, and then it will give you the bonuses for the fight. You don't lose anything other than the visuals for it. Now, same thing. It will show them. But you're already in the fight. Everything is already happening. You can just hit start, and it'll finish the fight without you seeing it. So they give you that sort of shortcut. And again, I thought at the beginning, like, why would I use that? I kind of want to see everything. But then by the end, by this point in the game, you have so many things that these individual the battle sequences, they take a while. And especially if you're in a battlefield where there's 30 groups to fight. Says something a lot about this game's availability on the Switch. It's being sold for full price on every, and that's fascinating for a newer release. And the thing is, Dragoon, it's also not. I think so. I think Hero. I think you said it. I know that I did it. I was planning on waiting for this. Oh, on eBay. I was planning on waiting for this game for a while because I wanted to play some other things. The game's been on sale already. I got my copy for $40. A lot of people got it for $40 and $45. The game's already been on sale. It's kind of wild. Oh, it's selling for full price on eBay? Yeah, even though it's for sale in the store. That's kind of interesting. Okay. Yeah, if you could find it in the stores. No, not that. Hang on 1 second here. Oh, I'll send you. You just start. I wound up getting it from Best Buy because it was. Yeah, I got my copy from Best Buy for $40. And the physical. Yeah, and when I got it at Best Buy, it was the only one they had. Even on Amazon, it went back up for Switch at full price. It's no longer for sale except on other consoles. Yeah, this is a good Switch game. I think this is a good Switch game. All right. But that is going to do it for today. So thank you very much, everybody, for stopping and for hanging out. Thank you for participating in Community Day. I always have a good time with these, even if it makes me nervous. Tomorrow we have off, so we'll be back on Monday with Final Fantasy 16. We should be back on Monday. I'm waiting for something right now in the mail. If that comes up, I might have to start a little bit later, but we should be okay to stream on Monday, and that's going to be more Final Fantasy 16. I judge your smashing abilities silently. Probably go up in price over time. Best Buy only had like 3 copies available on launch day, and that's kind of Best Buy's problem too. You know, I didn't know how much, but Best Buy, they've kind of had that issue. I pre-ordered Paper Mario. I was like, I'm gonna pre-order it. Let me make sure that because there's no way I'm not getting that game. For right now though, I'm gonna send you over to John. John is playing Sonic. It looks like they just started. John's playing Sonic 06 all gold medals. So you can stick around after the credits, and I'll send you over there to hang out, represent us very well, and watch him torture himself with that game. But thank you, everybody, for... There we go. There we go. Once again, for stopping in, for hanging out. Don't forget to drink your mask, wear your water, social distance whenever possible. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Have a great weekend. Play some fun games, enjoy yourself, relax, go outside, touch grass, or at least look at it. And I will see you all next week.